Alright guys, in today's video, I'm gonna show you how to use reusable links in VDO Ninja. And this is gonna be a little more advanced. It may take you time to set up, but once you have it set up, it's gonna be amazing. Let me show you something. So as you can see right now, I have OBS open. I have a little multi-view window open from OBS just to show you. Right now, I have myself. This is me. All right, this is my scene coming in. Okay. And then I have another scene here, which is the screen share of my other monitor, again, assuming I was a guest. And I have another scene where it's a screen share and a guest, right? Everything in high quality, images in high quality, as you can see, and it's amazing. Now, I'm going to show you a quick demo for you guys. Now, if I'm just going to go here and hang up everything, stop sharing, hang up as a guest, and hang up here, and boom, right? So now if I go back to OBS, open my multi-view, you can see everything is blank. All right, boom, you can see everything is in blank in OBS. All my scenes, I have guest one, I have a screen share from the guest, and I have screen share and the guest. Everything is blank. Okay, now check this out. I have a document here that I've created, right, that I'm gonna link down below for you guys if you wanna use it, where I manually crafted my links. I'm gonna link it below. If you guys wanna download it, you can use it, no problem. I'm gonna show you where the magic actually happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this guest link one, okay? Just copy it. Again, assuming this is the link. We're not using VDO Ninja normal control room that we usually use here, where you just copy the link and send to them, because that's what we're trying to avoid. Every time you're gonna go live, you're gonna have guests on. You don't want to be always like creating a new link or going to VDO Ninja room and sending. You just want to have like a generic email that you send to your guest with the same join link every time. So when they join, they're going to appear in OBS. Let me show you a quick demo. So I got that link right here, and what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and paste it in here. And I want to make sure I have my OBS open because I want to show you what happens. All right. Check this out. So copy, paste the link that I just got from the document. And then I'm going to join the room with the camera because that's the camera link. And I got my camera again, assuming this is what you're sending to the guest. Okay. The password is kind of pre-embedded in there. The guest doesn't even have to enter the password. Choose the microphone, choose the video source, camera, and the microphone, and hit start. Check this out. Can you see in OBS? I already got a picture, an image here. And if I go to guest one, see, I got an image, right? Again, if you think I'm lying, I'm just gonna go ahead and hang up. As you can see, I just disappeared. Go to the same link, guest number one, same link, just copy paste, boom, join with the camera. All right, just waiting for the camera. Click the camera, boom, back in OBS, I got the signal. Right, so this could be a link that you use. Again, if you have multiple guests, you can pre-create or prefabricate multiple links. So when somebody joins, they appear directly in OBS. You don't have to go to VDO Ninja room, copy the link and everything. Plus, the link is optimized to give you the highest quality audio, both audio and video. Of course, you want to make sure the guests have a good internet connection. Otherwise, you may start, having issues because, I made these links to give you the best quality, really. As you can see, the image looks really good. And what you can do now, let's go to the document again. So let's say your guests want to share your screen. You can go to screen share. This one right here, screen share links. Let's go to screen share link one. So I'm just gonna copy the screen share link, okay? And then I'm gonna go here, open a new tab. In OBS, I'm just gonna switch here and then open a new tab here, paste. The guest is gonna get this link. Again, if they are going to be sharing the screen, you send them a separate link for sharing, for screen share. If they wanna add a microphone, which I don't recommend, you probably wanna share system audio, click to that. Go share entire screen. I'm gonna share my other screen, which is my third screen. You wanna make sure they check if their screen sharing has some sort of audio. You wanna make sure they choose share system audio. and then hit share, and check this out. Can you see that in OBS? I didn't do anything. Did you see me do anything in OBS? No, I didn't, because it was already prefabricated. So the view link is already inserted in OBS. You do it once, you get it built, and every time you send that link out for you, either recording or going live, people are going to appear directly in OBS. Guys, this is a game changer, right? So now, if you can see, if I can open my multi-view, now I have this view here, which is this angle, which is my guest. Again, this is not a local camera, it's coming from VDO Ninja. I have a screen share, okay, which I can hide whatever I'm doing here. I can, just go to, to browse, go to stream tools. Again, if you need overlays for making sure this thing looks good, you can go to streamtools.com. And then I have another one where it's my another scene where it's the guest and the screen share, which if you want it, again, I'm just gonna close my multi-view. If you want it, you can create a kind of like, a view where you add even yourself right in here. So let's say you're doing like a reaction video, you can use this if you have like a guest kind of reacting with you live, right? So you can have this, right? So guys, this is amazing, right? So let me show you how the whole thing works. All right, guys, over the last 3 years, I've been able to build a personal brand simply by creating content here on YouTube and going live. I have collaborated with big brands like Panasonic, Logitech, and honestly, I'm just an Afro-Canadian, introverted nobody. Yet I've made multiple 5-figure worth of deals, all from clients who found me through my content. Now I've put together a free masterclass to help you do the same. If you're ready to level up your content game, create engaging live streams, online presentations or webinars, and build a professional content studio that will help you get followers, leads, and clients for your business faster, this is for you. Whether you're an online coach, course creator, content creator, or an online entrepreneur, this free masterclass is packed with actionable tips that will help you get results faster. Go ahead and register for our next masterclass using the link down below. Now, let's get back to the video. There are 2 ways of doing it. The first way is my way, which is everything completely manual, and this is what I would recommend. All right, and I'm gonna show you the second way, which is how to actually do it yourself, like to come up with like how I was able to come up with the links basically, and you can do it yourself. So now if you use my document here, it's already pre-made for you guys, so you don't have to do much. Okay, this is VDO Ninja Room. You create your room name, everything in red here, you have to change it. Your room name, you have to create your own room name. You can use mine, and your password, P equals room pass. This is my password. You have to change that. And also like the stream ID, I have guest 1. You can keep that one, or you can create your own. And then guest 2 for stream ID, and guest 3. Again, I have like 4 guests, so you can keep changing. Everywhere there's your room pass, and guest number. So this is your stream ID. You can choose your own. Okay. Everything else stays the same. And then you have what we call the view links. So this is the links that you're gonna put back in OBS. So basically what I did for the view links, I just copied this link, and then I go to OBS, and then for guests, I just go here. You can go to properties under guest source properties, and it's actually this link right here, right? So you can just copy, paste the link in here, make sure you choose control audio via OBS, and then boom. Right, so every time you join, every time your guests join, they're gonna be using the same link. They're gonna appear in here, so you don't have to struggle always going to VDO Ninja. Now for screen share is the same thing. I have different links that I created for screen share. I have screen share 1, screen share 2, and then I have screen share view link. Okay, you always have a link you send to the guest, and the link you're gonna paste in OBS for you to be able to view. Now, I also added like parameters after consulting, obviously, with Steve, where you can get like you can change your bit rate. Now, 6000 kbps or 6 megabits per second. I think it gives you, because most of you guys were sending me comments were having issues with the screen share quality. I found a solution, and using like being able to change the bit rate to whatever you desire. 6,000, I think it's a happy medium. It's not too much bandwidth, but also gives you good quality. If you want to go higher, you can even go to 10,000. If you're a guest and you have good internet connection, you can go to 10,000, 20,000 kbps. And then pro audio, just to make sure you get, the best audio quality possible. Make sure your guest is using headphones. That's very, very important. And guest screen share 1. If you have more than 1, you can do guest screen share 2 just to change the stream ID, right? If you have more than 2 people sharing their screens, you can use, I created 2 links. You can create up to, I don't know, as many as you want. But, again, I'm assuming most of you guys are going to be having maybe 1 person sharing a screen at a time, or 2 maximum, right? So that's it. So like I have some parameters that I put just to make sure the quality is good and everything. So if you use the same document really, and then just, change your room name and a password, and then just your stream ID can even stay the same. If you want to use the guest 1, guest 2, guest 3, I think as long as the room name and password is not the same, I think you should be fine. All right, just try to be creative, use your own stuff. Everything else, leave it the way it is. It's just gonna give you the best video quality, the best screen share quality possible. So now this is, if you wanna access your director's link, like your control room kind of thing, it's here. Okay, again, you wanna make sure you change your room name and everything. You can just go here to this link and then copy the link here. And if I paste, again, you may not need it, but if you need some sort of, and as you can see, the room is already claimed by someone else. Okay, this is what happens if you use the same stuff that I'm using. You may get this message. The reason is because I already have this room open here, so that's why. So as you can see, my screen share is there and my camera is already there. So when you have someone else has that link being used, it's not gonna work. That's why you need to change those things, those parameters that I told you to change, so that it's not similar to someone else. But as you can see, I have it open here if you need it. Also, like, this could be useful if you are performing, if you are a director but performing, because you still need to go here, right, to settings and enable your camera and enable your microphone so that the guest can actually get to hear you, right? So for now, I don't need it, so I can just go ahead and close it. Well, yeah, it can stay open. I guess that's fine, right? You can go ahead. But usually what I send, I use OBS. Instead, I use OBS feature camera. There you go. Usually I use OBS feature camera so that they can see what's happening in OBS. So if I'm running a show, I would just go here, start an OBS feature camera, and back in VDO Ninja, I can now send them whatever it's live. That's what the guest is gonna be able to see. So if I go to the guest view here, as you can see, they're seeing themselves twice, but they know what's live back in OBS. All right, so if I was to change to this view here or this view here, if I go here, you can see that the guest now is seeing what's live in OBS. Usually that's how I do it, but that's not the whole point. So now if you wanted to create your own links, okay, this is how you do it. You go to VDO.Ninja, like you usually do, right? I'm just gonna leave. Go to VDO.Ninja and open up this little thing here, okay? And then you can go to where it says create reusable invite, okay? And now you can generate the invite link. You can check, like, let's say quality, enable stereo and pro HD audio. You can choose that. Use VP9 video codec. You can choose like all the options, allow video effects. You can choose like all the good stuff that you want and then hit generate. Okay. Now, after you copy this link, you can go ahead and, customize it the way you want. That's one way. Another way is to actually create a room, right? Say name, you can just call it test, password 1234, and check all the good stuff here and create a room. Okay. Now, once you have created a room, you can go here under the invitation link, whatever, and then edit manually. So now you can use this as your starting point. Okay, now you can start adding some parameters. So video ninja blah blah room equals test room broadcast blah blah blah, and then you can also, like, I think this is your stream ID blah blah blah. So, and then from that link you can start adding some parameters. Okay, now some parameters that I add usually are, if I go to, I think I have a chat here where I had with Steve. Okay, if you go to this document here, it shows you some of the stuff that you can use to improve the video quality settings, whatever, right? So you can add some parameters like stream ID, bit rate, frame rate, codec, scale. So those are like things that just to be able to choose like the actual parameters that you actually want. So now I've worked on my links and optimized everything. Again, I'm gonna link down below this document where you can see like all the parameters you can add to your link to make sure the link looks good. Another easy way, also like simple easy way, is to actually go here instead of doing that. So when you have your guest coming in, so let me go ahead and say hit leave, and so hit leave. Okay, you can also like go to video settings and then change some stuff here, like especially your frame rate, you can change it here. Your video height, you can change it here, like 1080, and sharpness, the width, you can change it. Okay, and then you copy your solo link, but it defeats the purpose of having reusable links. Okay, so far I think the best way really is to just copy my links, because I've worked on adding parameters for you guys. The easiest way and fastest way is just to copy my links here in the document, and then optimize those links, kind of customize them for your own usage, and let me know. Okay, because once you have the links, really all you gotta do is you have these are the links you're gonna send to your guests. Okay, everything that says guest 1, guest 2, guest 3, and then your view links, these are the links you're gonna insert inside OBS. So like as you can see, if I copy this link right here, this is the link that I used for my guest number 1. So guest view link, I copy here, and then I go to guest number 1. Okay, so if I go to property, this is what I have added, guys. Okay, I just copy this thing, Control V, and then enter. Hit OK. So as soon as as you can see, the video shows. Now every time I join, really, I don't have every time I send that link to the guest, the scene is gonna be ready in OBS. I don't have to do anything. It's just gonna show up just like that. As soon as the guests join, they're gonna show up in OBS. So basically this makes OBS like any other streaming platforms like StreamYard, EV Max, those streaming platforms where you send a link to the guest, and as soon as they join, you see them inside the software. You don't need to go get a link again, copy, add a browser source, blah, trying to avoid that, right? So this is how it's done. If you want to see how I'm able to use exactly the same method and be able to get the highest quality when it comes to screen sharing, because that's been a problem for most people who've been watching my Video Ninja videos, you want to make sure you check out this video, and I'll see you there, guys. Take care.